Ico and Shadow of the Colossus are powerful tools for the brave soldiers of the games as art movement. They encourage us to feel just as much as interact with what's on screen. And now, these two legendary PlayStation 2 classics are bundled together on one Blu-ray. With updated 1080p visuals, 3D support, trophies, and the general convenience of playing old favorites in a new way, we're all left with one question. Is this collection worth checking out? The short answer is yes. Yes, it is. And I guess in this case, the short answer is all you really need. Both Ico and Shadow of the Colossus tell their stories in unobtrusive ways. We're given just enough context to care, and we don't have to sit through 45-minute cutscenes to get the big picture. Ico is the story of a young boy sentenced to a cruel imprisonment due to the horns growing out of his head. After escaping from his precarious situation, he meets a young woman, Yorda, haunted by shadowy figures. The two must escape the confines of a castle in order to gain freedom. Shadow of the Colossus follows a young man on a quest to return his friend's, or perhaps lover's, soul to her body. To do so, an ancient power charges him with defeating 16 beasts that inhabit a forbidden land. This is deep stuff, kids, and the stories of each game are beautiful blends of simple, pure motivations and a heartbroken setting. Both Ico and Shadow of the Colossus benefit from the HD facelift, with a nice sharp look and silky smooth animations. Shadow definitely outshines its counterpart, but what do you expect? It came later. Fortunately, both games enjoy a much more reliable frame rate, which was especially a concern with the original version of Shadow. There's no question that this collection is the absolute best way to play Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. It's awesome to see that the development team took the time and effort to polish things up. Ico is enjoyable, but it hasn't aged nearly as well as Shadow of the Colossus. Basically, the game is one giant escort mission. You lead and defend Yorda, who is the key to breaking magic seals and solving puzzles. The puzzles don't do much more than delay your inevitable progression, and the combat, if I can call it that, is a series of beat 'em up with a stick encounters mixed in with chasing after Yorda when she gets captured. I guess that's fun? The charm of Ico isn't in the gameplay, it's in the setting. That much is clear, but even the beauty of that setting is strained as you stand at the top of a ladder waiting for Yorda as she aimlessly circles the ground. It's still fun though, and because this version is based on the European release, there's an unlockable 2-player mode available for all of you that want to make the journey with a friend. Shadow of the Colossus is on a whole other level. It's a quest filled with melancholy and some of the most memorable battles in the history of gaming. It occupies a deliberately empty world and is still a treat to this day. Even if it didn't grip me quite in the same way as it first did on the PS2, every serious gamer should give it a go. If you missed either of these gems when they first launched, this is a great collection to add to your library. The jazzed up visuals and improved frame rate even make it appetizing for those of you that still own both PlayStation 2 discs. I recognize that Ico did some cool things back in the day, but the escort mechanics and puzzles just don't hold up. Shadow of the Colossus, however, still rocks and delivers some of the best boss fights in gaming, period. I dare you to play through Shadow and not get at least a little choked up. Go ahead, try it. For more on the Ico collection, don't forget to hit us up at IGN.com.